The boy gazed at the ever-expanding sea. He hoped to terminate the experiment, as strange incidents were occurring frequently now. The secret of the sea would eventually be discovered by those people outside, and their research findings would certainly be taken away. The peculiar nature of the big sister would also be revealed, putting her in danger. The girl refused to abandon the research. She believed all of this was the boy's selfishness. The three parted on bad terms. Despite all their calculations, they still couldn't escape the girl's researcher father. He discovered their experiment in the girl's diary, which also recorded the big sister and her penguin. He himself enjoyed exploring unknown things, so he approached the big sister, hoping she would research together with him. The boy, returning at night, encountered the girl's father leaving. Coming to see Teeth so late at night, he had a bad feeling. He hurried to find the big sister. Before he could ask anything, the big sister said she had been dreaming of a seaside these past few days and asked if he wanted to go to the beach on the weekend. The next day, they met as planned at the station. At first, they were chatting and laughing. As the train traveled farther, the big sister's physical condition grew worse. The boy thought of the previous penguin, so they had to get off at the nearest stop, which happened to be the previous station. The big sister seemed to be summoned by something. She had barely taken a few steps when she suddenly collapsed, large beads of sweat continuously dripping down. After hitting the ground, the sweat drops kept rolling forward. The earth began rotating with the big sister's figure, with strange creatures circling around, even showing signs of emerging from the ground. To prevent anything from happening to the boy, the big sister could only endure desperately, and the commotion around them gradually calmed down. The boy, who returned home, immediately began fasting. In just 2 days, he collapsed weakly. In his weak delirium, he saw a strange scene. Goldfish floating in the sky, seals eating penguins, and the big sister also appeared there. When he woke from the dream, the big sister was watching over him by his bedside. Although he was so weak that his voice trembled, he still hoped the big sister would take care of herself. The big sister told him even more shocking news. She hadn't eaten anything for a week. The boy finally realized that the big sister, like the penguin, might not be truly human. After figuring everything out, he just wanted to grow up quickly, as if growing up would solve all these troubles. The next day, he returned to school, where classmates were showing off the monster they had caught. The news spread quickly, and researchers rushed over. They took the three onto a vehicle and drove toward the depths of the forest. The boy thought of the big sister. Ignoring his companion's attempts to stop him, he immediately ran toward the big sister's house. No matter how he called out, there was no response from inside, so he put down his things and rushed toward the forest. The two who arrived at the forest early discovered that all entrances were sealed. They had set up a temporary base nearby, with the girl's father as the person in charge.